What's under all the ground right now? Like, how come this ground is torn up?
Okay, well, what we did out here last summer is we dug a big excavation, 10 to 12 feet, and installed a pipe array. It's a horizontal pipe array. In this case, it's actually sloped because we're on a hillside. And what it's doing is it's covering a plane. And that plane is about, I think, 107 feet by 34 feet or something like that. And so what that's basically doing is, sitting there down below our feet, and we're circulating through that pipe array water that is much colder than the ground around it. So heat is naturally going to flow from the soil into that cooler water. And that water is pumped back inside the building with a circulation pump. And the refrigeration cycle, or the heat pump cycle, then concentrates that heat down into a usable temperature. So basically what we've done is absorbed free energy, free heat from the soil, from the Earth's mass. And so that's renewable because the Earth's mass is so vast. And in the summertime, it's also renewable from the sun because the ground above the loop field gets warmed by the sun. So that's basically the purpose of the loop field.
When you installed the loop field, about how long did it take, and like how many people were involved? What kind of equipment did you use?
Yeah, typically you use a big excavator, or some people call that a track hoe. So you have an operator and a grade checker, and then there's usually a number of people actually tying the pipe slinky loops together. Slinky loops is what we call them. And we had some people from CCHRC help with that part. So you can do it with 3 or 4 people, or you can do it with more. The time frame was about, I'd say, a week overall with the digging and then the pipe installation and then the backfill.
Okay, and why would you want to install a heat pump? Like, what is the advantage, I guess, of a heat pump over, say, using the boiler to heat the ventilation?
Sure. Well, back to what I said a little while ago, we're circulating through this pipe cold water, and the soil around it is what we would consider cool. So the heat would naturally flow from the cool soil into the colder water. Well, that is free heat, okay? And the refrigeration cycle, or the heat pump cycle, is powered by electricity. We need electric circulation pumps to move the fluid. We need a refrigerant compressor inside the heat pump, inside the building, to concentrate that heat into a usable temperature. And so what we do is we use this much electricity from the local power company to produce about 3 times as much heat delivered to the building. And so that heat is free. It's out here. It's renewable, and that's where the savings is, because you're using a small amount of electricity to produce about 3 times as much energy.